What's up, guys? Roasted back at it again. 17-year-old pressure washer. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit about systems and where they kind of play a part in my business. This year we're trying to implement them a lot more because we're going to have a full-time guy. We're going to have a lot of people running trucks. We're going to have a lot of jobs getting done, and we're trying to double our revenue. It's going to be absolutely necessary to have systems. Let me go into a deep dive of kind of like some of the systems we have. So one I'm going to be implementing is Clean Trucks. A second system is making sure that your guys are utilizing your CRM. We don't pay $400 or $500 a month for our CRM to go to waste. They're going to be tracking their jobs, route optimizing, communicating with the customer, sending booking confirmations on the way text. With Jobber, that makes it super simple to do. But another system that we really like to play into is going to be how we do jobs. You know, we can spend so much time dilly-dallying, but there's going to be a lot of systems we're going to be putting in place next year, like how we wash houses to optimize timing, how we're going to do driveways to optimize timing, and a bunch of other things that are really going to cut time down and make the guys make more money. Another system that we're kind of playing into is the performance pay. I'm not going to go too much into that, but that's going to be a composition-based pay with bonuses, which is going to give the employees kind of a motivation and the emphasis to go faster and not just to get the job done in 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, make more money. But if they're out in an hour and a half, they're going to make more money because they're making the same rate, and then they can earn bonuses by being more fast or getting more reviews or upselling or whatever it may be. So another key point is going to be a lot of people say in their business, I'm too early to make systems, or I don't need systems yet. I'm running an owner-operator business or whatever it may be. But if you ever want to get off the truck or scale, and that's one of your goals, which it is for a lot of us business owners, you're going to have to build those systems, because even if you're just on the truck right now, eventually you're going to get off the truck. And the less and less time you build systems, you're going to build a culture with anyone who works around you that we just kind of do whatever. You know, we don't actually do the job, or there's not really a certain way of getting it done. You know, I always have to be here to command things and make things are going smooth, make sure marketing's getting done. But the more and more systems you do, that's one less foot in the door for the business. So, and the less doors you have, the better. Reviews is going to be a huge thing in your business. If your guys aren't asking reviews, most likely they're not going to be left. If you aren't asking reviews, if you're on the truck, they're definitely not going to be left at all. But you don't want reviews to start slipping as you get off the truck and you move into the office, or you're not in the business as much. So you want to make sure your guys understand the importance of reviews and try and emphasize them to get reviews too, like, a bonus, or so many reviews and then a bonus. That way they're stacking them up and not just getting a couple. And that's really going to help out with not only the business, but it's also going to help the technician, because the more reviews, more jobs for them, more revenue, which means more work, means more hours for them, which a lot of the guys working for you in this kind of space are going to want hours. They're going to want to make money. I mean, who doesn't? You don't come to work not to make money. So reviews is going to be key in your business. Make sure that you have a CRM that is sending out review links, not once, not twice, but like 3 times, to make sure the customer leaves a review. And you want something that's automating the sending the reviews out, or sending a response to the review, which is another thing for us, is that saves time and effort, and anything we can do to automate things, that's just absolutely going to help in the business. And it's just going to create so many systems that eventually, once everything's automated, you're technically allowed to be out of the business. It runs without you. You can go out to the Bahamas or whatever it may be, sit back, relax, and watch people get serviced, and a good service be brought to them, and systems in place to make sure that the services are top quality, you guys are getting reviews, and you're not slowing down at all, you're only scaling, and that's going to be great for your business. So something directly tied to systems is going to be delegation. Delegation in your business is going to be absolute key, because if you're not delegating tasks, then you're left finding somebody who can do them, or you're doing them, which is it's not gonna be good for the business, because eventually you can't do everything. You can't have your foot in every door. So what we like to do is we like to delegate. Fiverr has a bunch of freelancers, or like example, door hangers, paying somebody to put out door hangers, or obviously the most simple, an employee who goes out and does jobs. Or even whenever you get up to the scale to where sales is taking up all your time, and you're doing a YouTube, or you're just running the business, or you're on the truck, hire a sales guy, man. Delegation is going to be key to grow the business. You can't believe that you can do everything. A lot of these business owners out here think that They can do the marketing, they can do everything, they can do the jobs, they can do the social media, they can do everything, and they can get to that million, 2 million, 3 million with good margins. It's just going to be absolutely impossible by yourself. You're going to need to build a good team and have good systems in place to get that done. But I really appreciate you guys watching this short video. Hope you guys got a lot of value out of it, why we use systems, how we use them, how they're implemented. If you guys have any other questions, drop them down in the comments, and I will gladly answer any questions that you guys have, and I will see you guys in the next video.